doing another adventure. We're gonna do some metal detecting on this old place. You know some secret spots, right?
Yep, I sure do.
He says I'm gonna find at least one button today, so
I'm gonna find at least two.
I'm gonna hold him to that one. You ready?
Oh yeah.
I like your little holster there. Oh yeah.
Is he probably gonna fall out by the time we get there?
That's just in case he has to get out real quick and check something.
Yep.
Alright, so we made it to the location. Tell me a little bit about this place.
I don't know the full history on the place, but I know it goes back pre-Civil War, plantation. And I think there were some slave quarters here at one time. We found a bunch of buttons. We found some Union buttons out here, some musket balls and mini balls. Stuff like that. So.
And you say there's a well out here somewhere too.
Yes, there's a well.
All right. Well,
we're
going to look for that a little bit later, but we're going to try to do a little detecting here. Got some water over the side that we might hit tomorrow, maybe you said.
Yeah.
Low tide?
Yeah, low tide in the morning.
Yeah, it's about 10 feet too high right now. All right, so we're going to get our gear together, going to hit the woods, and first target we have, you're going to know about it. Now, I was trying really, really hard. I didn't want to tell Billy this, but he told me yesterday that he always finds the first button. So I was digging like a maniac over here, but I didn't find the first button. Guess who did? Got a button. Oh, that's a nice one too, huh?
I love the way it looks like it has some gold on it.
Yeah, it definitely did.
I love the way the buttons come out of this soil.
Beautiful, man, beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
You got the first button. Tomorrow, I'll get the first button. Here's my first find for the new site. It's a big old brass nail, or copper nail. Took a lot of these today. Gold coins next. So I kind of struck out on my own for a little bit just to kind of wander around and get a feel for the place. And just found a little buckle, which I don't think is too old. And this is an old hoe head. This could date from, you know, colonial eras up through the Civil War, or maybe earlier, but probably not. Or later, but probably not. But there's a lot of oyster shells in this field and a ton of iron. So I'm thinking this might be another home site right here. And I did find a piece of harmonica. And they weren't invented till like 1850s, so we know it's, you know, potentially newer than 1850s here. But we'll keep looking around for a few minutes. If I find anything like Civil War era or older, I'll definitely let you know. If I find a couple buttons, I'll go ahead and get Billy. I think he's still over there in the woods. So we'll look around just a little bit longer, see if it's even worth it. I just found a nice chunk of melted lead, so that's always a good sign. I think there's actually a spring head right in here. I saw a stream across the stream when I was coming in, and it might look like part of it branched out this way, so this could be like a house at the head of a spring. We'll look around a little bit more, 2 buttons, and we'll go find Billy. Gotta be a little bit better than some melted lead. Just found this on the surface. This is a stone tool made by the Indians. It could have been the scraper, I suppose. Going to use like this, and you could have, you know, scraped hides with it or scraped fibers off of plants. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a scraper right there. Well, I know it's a scraper of some sort. We'll save that one. Get back in the woods. I'd look around for Billy. I actually see him over there now, but I got a nice big deep signal here. I'm digging it up, and it's iron, but it could be a hoe or maybe an axe. I'm not really sure. Could be just totally junk, but I thought we'd dig it up together, if you don't mind. Still down in the hole here. It's right there. Suspect it's, I don't know, I was thinking it might be a hoe. You find a lot of hoes on these plantations down here. It's really solid or whatever it is. Yeah, that's what it is, I bet. See how it kind of looks like it comes like this. Well, I'll just uncover it for you. Well, no. I don't know what it is. Actually looks more like a sledgehammer head from here. Gave a real solid signal, so let's just go ahead and dig it up together. You know what it is? I think I know what it is just from what we saw, just as I turned the shovel. I'm pretty sure. So if you know, guess, and if you don't, go back and look at that and see if you can guess. I'll wait for you. That's long enough. I think it's a flat iron, or one of those irons that you use to iron clothes. Like back in the old days before they had electricity, they'd take one of these things and they put it on the stove and let it heat up, and when it got really hot they would take it off and they could iron the clothes with it. and they could iron their clothes with it, but I'm not positive, but that's what I think it is. I think it's a jet going over. Hope he can hear me talking. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's what that is. It definitely has that shape, and we're gonna pull it out of here, and we're gonna say, no, it isn't that at all. It's a piece of plow. No. Yeah, it's just an old piece of plow, I reckon. Well, I'm not sure what that is, actually. I want to say it's a piece of plow, but it shouldn't be flat like that, so maybe it's some, don't know. No idea on that one. I've got my first button. Look how beautiful that thing is. That thing is gorgeous. Nice. And that is the sound of freedom. Looky, it's a birdie. Oh, he's sleeping. Hey, buddy. Oh, it's a rubber birdie. Full of water, too. Ooh. Working my way to the end of the field. There's like a little point here that sticks out into the water. And I'm seeing some oyster shells and a little bit more iron than normal. And I just found this piece of melted lead here, so that's a very hopeful sign. What we're going to do is work our way through here, through these little ridges, and out toward that point. So I'm hoping something will be right in this area right here. Dug the melted lead right over there, and I just dug this really cool brass thingy, which I didn't know what it was, and I'm still not positive, but I think it's a spout off of a tap for a keg. You know, it's missing some pieces, obviously, but you drive this into a wooden keg of like beer or wine or what, you know, whatever liquid it is, and there'd be a valve here that you turn. So that could be quite old, and that's a really good sign. So hopefully the gold coin will be right there. That's just where I dug that piece of that keg, and I got a big chunk of iron here, and Billy had told me he dug a lot of hose out here, like the old hose that the slaves would have used, and I'm kind of hoping this is one of those. In decent shape, is it? It is not. No idea what that is. Not a clue, but it's not a hoe. And I just dug a flat button. Awesome. That might be a spun back too. Alright, sweet. He said he's never really hunted over here, and none of his friends either, so I was kind of hoping we might be able to find a new spot, and maybe we have, because we got 3 or 4 targets just quickly right in a row there that were keepers. That's awesome. So just standing here talking to Billy, telling him about that button and stuff I just found out there. And I happened to glance at the ground, and there's like this weird motion going on. I couldn't figure out what it was. I'm like staring at it. Now my leg's itching, and I want to show you what it is. See him?
Yeah, I see him.
Yeah. Weird. Must have stepped on him when I came across. I'm not going to get too close to him. Those are ants. Are those fire ants?
Yes, sir.
Those are fire ants. They call them fire ants because when they bite you, it feels like you're on fire, I guess. Or is it just because they show up after fires?
Because they sting and it burns.
Yeah, it's a terrible pain. They'll get all over you and they'll just tear you up. I stepped on that accidentally. I wouldn't do that on purpose to them, but people try to eradicate them by all means around here. Don't they, Billy?
Oh, yeah.
If we had napalm, we'd be putting napalm on them, wouldn't we?
Yep.
We'd call it a strike.
Propane burners work pretty good, too.
Do they? Yeah, they're horrible. They'll just absolutely tear you up. They'll make you wish you were, well, not bitten, let's put it that way. Dug a big old brass nail not far from the fire ant nest. I gotta keep on moving. That's an interesting looking thing there. I think it's a key. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow, look at the shape of that thing. I guess that's some type of key. I don't know what kind of key, but that's a key where you push that in and you turn it. Man, that thing is beautiful. Fairly old, I'd reckon, as well. Nice. So I dug that key, and I got another nice little squeaker here. It's not as big, but I'm hoping it's something that's probably in the dirt right here. No, it's not there. You see it here? One thing we do find a lot of are buckshot. But I don't think it's a buckshot because it's too high. And that's kind of weird though, isn't it? I don't see it. It's got to be tiny. Don't make me get my pinpointer out. I guess I have to get the pinpointer out. Hold on. Probably a small button, if I had to guess. I don't think that's been dug, whatever that is. Nah, that's a different target. So, whatever I was digging is still in this hole. Right here. Maybe. Is it? See it? You see it? I think I felt it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, this is probably the thing we heard. Yeah, look at that. That's a big old chunk of melted pewter. I'd say lead, but I'm pretty sure that's pewter. That's a nice big target. That's an old one too. And there's something here we heard with a pinpointer, but the problem is pinpointer, with the pinpointer, we don't know if it's iron or not iron, you know, better signal. So we're going to listen to the machine and see what it is. Okay, that is a good target. That's not iron. So we'll just dig right over here. Scrape, scrape. That didn't sound too good. Jeez. Not many rocks out here at all, so it's probably in one of these piles I just took out. Yeah, okay, so it's either here or I just knocked it back in the hole. Not there, not there. We know it's in this pile right here. You see it? That might be it right there. You think that's it right there? Is it? Yeah, it is. What is it? What is it? Some more of that stuff. I think the concentration of iron and stuff is right here. I'm going to go ahead and let you listen to it real quick with the machine. I'm not going to let it run the whole time because you guys get too bored and say your videos are no fun. But listen to the iron. I got this. Okay, I'm using the AT Max today. 0. My discrimination is on 0. Maximum sensitivity. And just listen to what I'm listening to. It's possible, but we're cherry picking today. That's all iron. Okay, so we've got a good target there. I'm going to go ahead and just scuff it because I don't have my shovel. It's right behind me. We'll get 3 targets and then we'll dig them. And you don't really need to dig the questionable signals when you're on a new spot like this. I just go ahead and just dig the good ones. You know, I might not ever get back here after today. There's a good one there. We'll get one more target and then we'll get the shovel. That's probably something. We're going to let that one slide. Let's go back toward the shovel and get one. Since we have to head that direction anyway. That could be one. There might be some iron in with it. I'm going to put the dirt back a little bit and we'll listen one more time. Yeah, okay, let's go ahead and dig that. Since the shovel's right here. Then we'll dig those other 2 and then camera will go dark for a while. You guys don't get too bored of the beeps. Yeah, that's iron. Might be a piece of flat iron. Yeah, see, it's flat iron that I'm hearing. Big old washer. Alright, we'll go get the next one, and I'll fill it whole in as soon as we're done. That's here. The wind's picking up, so I'll have to readjust it. That's definitely not iron there, so we'll go ahead and dig this real quick. Ready? I didn't even look at the meter, did we? It's probably in that loose dirt, I would think. Yeah, right on the edge. Some more of that melted stuff. That pewter or whatever it is. And hopefully, this isn't the same thing. Hopefully it's not the same thing. And but we're going to go dark. That's probably it right here. Actually, this looks like lead. Oh, that's a shell. That's an oyster shell. So we'll go ahead and dig this real quick together. And we'll see what this is. So I don't know if I got it out of the hole or not. Yeah, so it's in my hand. It's probably that brass thing right. Oh, it's a big old, look at that. That's cool right there. That's a big old brass nail. That's a pretty one. I like that a lot. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off, dig a bunch of stuff. If I dig something interesting, I'll turn it back on and show it to you. But we got, you know, we only have about 5 hours left of the day, and I found a spot. I got to dig it. Billy's over there in the corner. I don't think he's digging a lot, but he sees me over here filming, so he knows I'm up to something. Cool little doodad, not sure what it is. I mean, it's brass, and this was fastened onto something with screws. If any of you guys know what that is, let me know, because I have no idea. It's very interesting though. This is an interesting little piece. We actually find a lot of these in Civil War camps. This is the top Civil War camps. Oh yeah, Civil War camps and old home sites. This is a top to a parasol or an umbrella. That's where the vanes, the splines would go up through those slots right there. So you know, that could easily be 1700s, 1800s, who knows? But that is what it is. That's pretty neat. Let's see if we can find the rest of that. I just dug a big old Civil War bullet. Big old 69 caliber mini ball. That's pretty wild. That's dropped too. Nice. Big old South Carolina button's gonna be next. He didn't seem very impressed with it, but I'm very, very happy. Dug a nice big old flat button, just a few feet away from that mini ball. You know what I think's kind of interesting? The target just before that mini ball was at top to that parasol, you know, that umbrella. And I actually said that, you know, we find these in Civil War camps a lot. Then the very next target is a Civil War mini ball in a home site. That's pretty bizarre. Just dug a little pants button. It's a 4-hole underwear button. That's alright. Haven't dug one of those in a while. Probably put that one to use. I think that's the keyhole, if I'm not mistaken. Come on, Billy. Gold coin, man. Gold coin. You guys who have never been down in the south like this, where there's the Spanish moss hanging in the trees, it's really, really cool. And this is just a beautiful spot behind me that I want to share with you. So let's just take about 30 seconds and walk through it. It's pretty cool. Isn't that beautiful? It's like an enchanted forest in here. Look at that. I want to see some of this up close. Looks like hair. There's a lot of bugs in it usually, so you don't use. A lot of people put it on their heads like hair, but it can have a lot of bugs in it. So, not that they hurt you. All right, just a really, really quick roundup this evening because it's getting dark and we're setting up camp, and we want to get camp set up before it gets totally dark. This is basically what I ended up with today. I got some buttons. One of those buttons may be from yesterday. I'm not 100% sure on that. A lot of these really cool brass nails and little spikes. I'm not sure what this is. If any of you guys know, let me know. This is a keyhole. Oh yeah, let me show you this. This is that key thing I showed you, and I didn't know what it was, but I figured it out as I was digging. This is actually a key to one of these taps. And this is a tap that you would bang into the bung hole on a wooden barrel for like wine or beer or whiskey or whatever might be in it. And this would be a key that the owner of that liquid could use to operate the tap, so that, you know, people just couldn't come up and siphon off a little bit of precious fluid without this key. So that's what that is. I'm about 95% sure. That's a top to a parasol, or part of it, and that's my one bullet today. You know, did okay on buttons, found some good buttons, and that's a 4-hole pants button, and a bunch of junk. That's the keyhole, and shotgun shells, and a lot of the stuff I actually don't have anymore, so I got rid of it along the way because it was really heavy. So I hope you enjoyed that quick little video. We're going to get up first thing in the morning, hit the low tide, and we've got an awesome spot that we think is really going to produce. We'll see you then. Hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget, like and subscribe if you like my videos and you want to subscribe. I appreciate it. Doesn't cost you anything. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks.
Baby, and I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep.